I fit the CarPlay to my VFR. Hand up, rip display, CarPlay.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, and today I want to talk to you about one of the devices I added to my bike. Now this is a 1998 Honda VFR, so it doesn't have the best of technology, but what is cool is these days you can buy Android Auto and Apple CarPlay devices. Now this, as you can see, it's just like a mobile phone device. I did add in my own little mount there, but the device does come with bar mounts, etc. This one is from a company called EV Key, and it's a very much generic, cheap device. I will say that. It's 6.2 inches and apparently it's 1920 by 1080 display, and looking at it, it does look quite good. I will say the quality is there. And when I actually bought this unit, I was trying to hack around with it, and I actually enabled developer mode on my phone, which I was able to increase the max resolution of the screen. Funny enough, it was something like 720 when I bought it. I think these also come in 1440 or something for a bit of an extra price, but basically I paid €140 for this device shipped on AliExpress. I'll leave all the links down in the description if you wanted to check it out. Obviously not sponsored or not an affiliate link. As you can see, the response is like, it's only sometimes working. I don't know, is this a fault of the user? It's supposed to go down split screen, but as you can see, it's not very responsive here. I don't know what's going on, folks. Let's try go back into interconnect and we'll hit that. If we go now, no, it's still not working. Here I was hoping we'd have a nice happy thing, but like the screen still works. It just seems to be this little thing down here for some reason. It just doesn't want to revert back to the home screen. Okay, we'll go out of that and we'll worry about that in a minute. As you can see, it's not perfect. It definitely has its own issues. One of the cool things about this is it does come with this DVR, and I actually suspect that these units have been out for a good few years as an actual DVR, and only then it's been recently upgraded to accept Apple CarPlay. So as you can see, I have my little camera here. It's only temporarily mounted on the rack, and as you can see up front, it's quite responsive and it works well. Quality is good enough, to be fair, as well. It's not the worst, the grainiest. You will be able to kind of make out some text and obviously regs and all that if you were to have an accident. It's really cool because someone like me, I don't always wear a camera. Would you be surprised? I like to go out and just not carry any equipment, so some days I will just want to relax, go for a nice spin, and this is quite cool to have me covered in case anything did happen, or if I missed anything on my GoPro, or if the battery went dead. This is a really cool backup. It also comes with a front camera which you can display here. Just by swiping you can go through them, and I haven't fitted the front camera just yet. It's still very much temporary. I'm not sure if I want to keep this thing on here, but we'll have to wait and see. Yeah, so I reckon this device was actually just a DVR at one stage, and then when they updated the firmware, they were able to add in this interconnect here, which obviously has your Android Auto and all that. Another cool thing about this unit itself is it actually has TPMS sensors, which is your tire pressure monitors. Now I have these on here. As you can see, the back is quite down, and you can see the devices themselves are they're quite bulky. They're not the prettiest, but I don't know how else you would be able to hide them. Here's the one on the back. Has this been activated yet? Sorry folks, I don't know what's going on here. What I'm going to do, I'm going to restart and see if I can get back in here. Okay, we have restarted. Let's see, does anything work? Yes. Okay, now we're back to normal again. I don't know what happened there, but it seems to be a bit of a software glitch. Obviously you have your Google Maps here then, as well as your Waze. I think these have speed camera detections, but I wouldn't really rely too much on that. I would prefer the Waze app. You know, it might save you losing your license or getting a fine down the line, so I think it might be worth it. Obviously in Ireland we don't have speed camera detectors or anything like that, so we have to rely on people contributing on Waze, and that is mostly the reason why I have this device. I think it's kind of cool that you can get your GPS speed and also alerts. Another cool thing is you can connect this with a double Bluetooth device. Now these are connected, my phone and the CarPlay is connected through Bluetooth, but also has a second Bluetooth device which allows you to connect to your headset, and that means you can hear exactly the directions coming up and such. Now my phone itself here is Android 14, which means it's the newest Android firmware, but also means it's pretty locked down. There has been people to kind of customize these, which means you can, like, I don't know, say in your car you can watch YouTube, or you can go onto Chrome and look at the web, but Google and Apple doesn't exactly want you looking at moving things on the screen, which is why even in the Messenger apps you don't get any old messages, only the new updated messages that you received since you started your ride and when you opened the app itself. So you're not going to get any update or moving things unless you have an older Android 13 phone, which I'm going to swap over there now. Okay, so I now have my Android 13 device saved here to my CarPlay unit, which means you can see the screen has changed and we have a couple of different apps here. Now, one of the main things I'm after adding here is called Torque. And Torque is an OBD device which allows you to plug into your car and get some quite cool updates here. At the moment, I'm only pulling information from my phone, which it's connected to, which means I can bring up my GPS speed here, and also the barometer and air temperature. Now, I'm not sure if these actually are working here, but if I move to the actual phone or myself, or right now, yeah, so you can see it is updating. If I move away myself and then I come back, because the phone is on me, it's actually scanning me for the speed. That's quite cool, I think. And you can actually update these and customize them. So that was basically what I imagined when I bought the device, was that I'd be able to customize it and have these kind of head-up display hoods and be able to change it and stuff like that. So yeah, that's pretty much an overview of the EV Key 6.2 inch display that comes with Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, installed here on my 1998 Honda VFR, which is blocking the speedo and the tacho, but I think it doesn't look too out of place. Maybe the bracket needs to be painted or something, but I think it's a nice little addition for my rides, getting that updates of speed cameras and your GPS speed. Would I recommend it? It's hard to recommend because, as you can see, it does cause a little bit of buffering issues and it's a bit laggy. But overall, for like 100 quid, 140 euro with the cameras and the TPMS, it's not a bad deal. Especially if you have like an adventure bike or something a bit more off-road, where you can mount that on the bars above your speedo or something like that. I think it'd be much nicer. But from me, I will say thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next video. Peace out.